So, I just realized that my face cam hasn't been recording for the last 10 minutes. So that's a little awkward. I've made a little bit of progress. Shit. I got a spellcaster from a monk, and we've started getting into some of the combat. So I can swap spells between everything and nothing. And this little soulstone here is essentially a new respawn point, but I have to go pick it back up every time. So it's kind of a little awkward to use, but it is a lot nicer than... Oh, we just went in a big circle. Okay, so let's go up and up. So we're back behind the door of the challenge area from last time because we met another golem. I feel really stupid having not checked that my face cam wasn't recording, but I'll just throw the footage in now so you guys can see everything that happened up until now. And welcome back! I probably fast-forwarded that, or just showed the important parts, but, oh, Jesus. Is there a pattern to this? Come here, you. What? Is there a pattern to this? Fuck, man. Retry? I hope the game doesn't use this magic ability as an excuse to... Oh my god. Is there something that I'm missing here? Because if this is a pattern, it's really long and pretty irregular. And those have huge hitboxes. What am I missing here? Like, this can't be just a puzzle where it's like, okay, you have to do this thing. I got a pipe key? Is that for something, like, down here or something? Let's go check. Thanks. Thanks, game. Okay, so we can't go over that way. And I don't think we can make it up that way. And we're gonna die, but that's okay, because I wanted to go back to the start anyway. Like, I get that this is supposed to be a challenge, but this is also a game. It's supposed to be fun, right? Okay, well, if there's no other path of progression, then I might leave this episode here. I realize that I fucked up on the beginning of it, but like, I don't have the patience to sit there and learn like a, I don't know, 20-point pattern to try and get through all of it. And it seems like there's nothing else going on. Oh, hold up. We can go up around... No, those doors are closed, and I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to get... Yep, and they just kill me. Alright, well, is there anything over this way? Nope, I don't want to... fuck me, man. I can't get back up this way, can I? Cool, well, I'm just gonna die real quick then, because that's honestly the faster way of getting back. And there's no punishment for death! God, game, please, stop doing this. I can't, you know what? Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. I know this is not a great episode, but... the game has some issues, and I'm worried that this is, like, really, really close to release. Because the puzzle aspects of it seem less and less like puzzles as they do just things to fuck with the player. Yeah, okay, teleport to check. It's good that that's in there, but it's bad that it needs to be. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12-point puzzle or pattern? I think that's unreasonable. Am I wrong for thinking that's unreasonable, even with this cheesy respawn thing that we have? Like, I don't know. I'm not a dumb person, but recognizing a puzzle that's that long, when there's an instant kill reset and all of that, it doesn't feel fun to try to solve this. It feels like, and those hitboxes are enormous. Like, I want to see how close I can get to it. Let's see. Yeah, that's like over my body length away from where it looks like it would hurt me. So it was something that I talked about in the section where I completely forgot to turn on my face cam, so my bad on that fuck up. Is that the enemies do damage just by being there, and those taller guys that hopefully I edited back in, they can't be jumped over by normal means, I don't think. So it ends up being a situation... Thank you for pausing again, game. It ends up being a situation where, like, you can't move behind an enemy because their body does damage to you. And for enemies that you can jump over and their entire body is the only way that they can do damage, that makes sense. But for larger enemies that you need to move around to fight and dodge their attacks, doesn't make any sense to me that their body can hurt you, because it really limits the player and what they can do in terms of moving around and getting attacks in, and it encourages this A spam to just get them down as quickly as possible, as opposed to like rolling behind them and getting a couple attacks in, and rolling away from them and then coming back and getting some attacks in. It ends up being, they're going to attack, so you roll away. You roll back, you do some attacks. They're going to attack, you roll away, you come back. You do some attacks, they attack. And it's just a back and forth, as opposed to something a lot more involved in terms of your positioning. And the game has the mechanics for that. The rolling, which is faster, and the bounces, which can get you above things. So it worries me that this is going to be the final combat system that ends up being this spam A to win, and just don't get hit, because if you get hit, you will die. And then I'm also really afraid that the game is going to use this spell as an excuse for doing obscene amounts of damage to the player. And it's like, you have the ability to put down this checkpoint, but it's kind of annoying to use. It uses separate buttons to put down and then pick back up, which doesn't make sense to me. And it does that with the interaction buttons too. Like, sometimes interact is left trigger and sometimes interact is right trigger, which is a little weird. But there's just a lot of little things that make the game less fun to play, and I'm upset that I haven't gotten to see more of the physics puzzles before seeing something like this, because this seems like this should be an extra far off to the side for some shitty achievement or collectible, but this is part of the main progression path. That key is, at least as far as I can tell it is. And I think this puzzle is unreasonable because of how long it is. So yeah, I'm sad that I'm leaving this here, because I really wanted to see more of it, but like, something this early on that is, I don't know, it's not really a puzzle, it's not really a mechanics gauntlet, it's here is a memorization test that's way too long to be reasonable and fun in this situation. And I feel like the game is saying, fuck you, we're being hard for the sake of being hard, not being challenging for the sake of being fun. So I'm sorry for fucking the episode up with the 10 minutes of no face cam, but shit happens. It wasn't a design choice, which I feel like saying that's being a little mean, but like, this had to be thought of, programmed, implemented, tested, and the fact that it made it in this far into this game worries me for the rest of the game. So this has been WarriOrb. Thank you so much for watching. My name is CoalFire, and I will see you next time.